May I please, madam? I'm praying for a listing of a motion item next week, as per my lord's convenience. I have time till 21st, madam.
Why don't you do it as per your convenience?
I have
Sometimes
time
your
here.
convenience also needs to be.
No, madam, I have time here. That's why, my lord, 21st is the
You put a
last.
date.
Wednesday, my lord, if not, it's fine. Much obliged.
May it please your lordship, a stay vacating application filed on 21st. Can it come up on 13th?
After that,
14th,
after that,
16th. Obliged.
May I please your lordship, this matter is 2017-18 matter pertains to the arbitration from grade 4 to grade 3. The matter is, on several occasions, this matter was heard at the hearing stage, but no final decision is. So matter may be praying for listing
when?
in Thursday.
No, you take a date from in the first week of April. First week of April.
First week of April.
Yes.
Yes. 4th of April.
May I please, lordship, item number 47. In this case, lordship had asked to take justice service. Lordship, I conducted justice service some of the respondents. May I pay for 2 weeks more time, lordship? to take
Item number
47, lordship,
47.
47. What person is challenging them, we OM dated so.
On the prayer of Mr. D. Montal and counsel for the petitioner, this matter stands adjourned for 2 weeks so as to enable him to complete the justice service on all the respondents. List accordingly.
I beg to mention a motion matter for listing.
What is the matter?
Service matter, lordship, he has been terminated.
No, obviously, this will be not be a bail matter, service
No.
matter. This is the bench of service matter. Motion,
Lordship,
when do you want it?
Monday, lordship,
After that,
then Tuesday,
after that,
any date, lordship.
Wednesday.
Lordship.
May I please, lordship, may I pray that a matter may kindly be listed. This matter was adjourned for 2 weeks.
Judges don't do
1
listing.
month back, lordship. So they are not getting
Judges don't do listing.
urgent matter, lordship, they are not
That's
getting.
right,
stipend
but I
since
have
last
never done a listing. Listing is done by the registry.
of like.
Wait, where are you going?
To the registry, lordship.
Why? Who has asked you to go to the registry?
Sorry, lordship.
You read your mention memo. What is written in that appropriate column? Mention for,
Mention for listing, lordship.
is there anything written mention for listing?
Admission, lordship.
So you have to say why you want the matter to be, is there any column that mention for listing? You have to say why the matter is to be listed.
Yes, lordship.
Why it has to be listed?
They are contextual employee.
That's not the point. The matter should be listed. Why? Mr. Borthakur, can you please explain it to him?
On
You
30
talk to Borthakur, he'll tell you. You talk to him, he'll tell you.
on 30th of January, lordship.
You talk to him and he'll tell you what has gone wrong. You have to tell why you want the matter to be listed. You are saying when it is to be listed, you are saying it has to be listed.
Actually, service. Admission. Movies exams is at
They are not getting the salary, my lord.
since last several months, lordship. So matter is urgent, lordship.
So you say that when you want it.
On Monday or Tuesday, lordship.
Why not today afternoon? Several months you have done nothing and now you can't wait for even one
No.
day.
No, lordship, today.
So these are the reflections of a little sense of irresponsibility. All right, you take it for any date, week commencing from 27th March, put a date. Yes.
Lordship, I beg to mention for listing of a matter for admission, lordship. Last occasion, respondent took time to file affidavit.
No, that's right, but what is the urgency?
Urgency means I was working in a project, lordship, where the private respondent has been appointed, lordship. We have challenged that.
April, put a date in April. Yes,
April.
next matter.
Yeah, please, lordship. In the meantime, the matter comply with my
Mr. S. Bhattakur, Learned Counsel for Petitioner submits that the order of this court has been complied with and therefore nothing survives in this contempt case. Mr. B. Chaudhary, Learned Counsel is present on behalf of the
Lordship,
sole respondent.
no,
You can be present only on
Lordship,
the
1, 2, 3, and 4.
1, 2,
4
3,
and 5.
1 to 5. In view of the submission made by Mr. Bhattakur, this contempt case is closed.
Problem. May I please, your Lordship? Lordship, the matter pertains to the cancellation of the recruitment process. The advertisement was published on 19/2/2011. This is annexure 1, page 25, my lord.
What is the relief you are seeking?
My lord, as per this, we participated in this advertisement, in this recruitment process. Out of participated in the 4 numbers of drivers posts that were present in the for 10 numbers of posts that was present.
So what is the date of the advertisement?
19/2/2011.
So you want an urgent order today itself?
My lord, just,
After 12 years, you have come and you want,
my lord,
interim
similar
order.
repetition were earlier filed pertaining to this cancellation of this advertisement process. But then as per the apprehension of the petitioner, we came to know that other posts that were appointed by this advertisement. Similar in the other posts also, they were appointed despite of being cancelled. The advertisement was being cancelled by the state.
no, we'll issue notice at this.
My lord, earlier also they have filed a writ petition and that has been withdrawn because the process has been cancelled, my lord. Now, my lord, they have.
No, but now he's saying after cancelling the advertisement, you have gone ahead with appointments in case
That
of
is in
some other
respect of-
category.
That is in respect of some other post, my
No,
lord.
but was it a part of the advertisement?
Same advertisement. my
That
lord.
I have
Then
to-
how
Because,
can
my
you do
lord,
that?
we have annexed the RTR reply as well.
Pardon,
And-
Mr. Your name, please?
Yes, Rava.
Yes, Rabal, counsel for the writ petitioner. Asserting that despite having cancelled the advertisement notice dated 19/2/2011, the respondents have gone ahead with the recruitment process and appointed candidates of some other category of post coming under the said advertisement. Full stop. Mr. Rava submits that the said facts came to light at a much subsequent stage, as a result of which there is delay in institution of this writ petition. Full stop. Mr. B.P. Bora, Learned Standing Counsel, Health Department, Assam, praised for some time to obtain instruction in the matter. NOM 8 weeks since Mr. Bora had appeared and accepted notice.
1, 3, 4, and 5.
1, 3, 4, and 5. And Mr. P. Nayak, Learned SC Finance for respondent number 2. No formal notice is required to be sent in this case. Extra copy of the writ petition will furnish to the Learned Department Counsel.
Oblige. Oblige.
Item 3.
Please, your lordship. My lord, judgment and order dated 29/9/2023, my lord. Was, my lord, properly communicated to the respondent authorities, my lord, which are duly received. But in spite of that, my lord, they have not been complied with, my lord, till date, my lord. Annexure 1, page 12, operating.
So
cost-
no order has been passed. No order has been passed as per the order
lord.
of this court.
My lord.
Heard Mr. M. Islam, Learned Counsel for the petitioner, alleging willful disobedience of the directions contained in order dated 29/9/2022, passed by this court in WPC number 6522/2022. This contempt case has been filed. Peruse the statements made in the petition. Issue notice returnable in 8 weeks. Petitioner to take steps for service of notice upon the respondents by registered post within a week from today. Which are the other items?
My lord, similar matter, my lord.
Give the numbers.
My lord, the item number, my lord, 4 and 5, my lord.
For and by order of date or repetition number to sign.
Highly obliged, your lordship.
Item 6. Item 6.
None appears for the petitioner. So this matter stands adjourned for the day.
Item 7.
With Mr. Lordship, this matter pertains to appointment on compassionate ground. Today, the date has been fixed for taking instructions, neither is done.
Item
7.
What has the SLC done? Item 7, are you appearing?
So Lordship, our brief is missing in our records.
Brief is missing.
That is why may I pay that, Monday, your Lordship.
No, but why notice should not be issued in this case?
And my lord, moreover, I have one thing, just my lord, I will put it before your lordship, page number 33,
Page number?
33, my lord.
Hmm.
My lord, this FLC was considered in 2018, 2018. The rejection is in page number 35. Serial number, my lord, 3. The case was discussed, but the SLC could not recommend as the ceiling of 5% has already been met. So in page number 35, my lord. So my lord, meaning thereby, my lord, two points, my lord, 2 quick points. One is 2018, my lord. She is challenging in 2023. It's a complexion appointment, my lord. Moreover, my lord, on the day of
She
consideration.
wants a dismissal after Bihu. Miss, your name, please?
P. Borua.
Ms. P. Borua, Learned Counsel for the petitioner is present. Where is the order dated 20/2/2023? Mr. D. Bora, Learned Government Advocate Assam submits that some more time they granted to obtain instruction. Mr. R. Dhar, Learned SCPW, he however questions the maintainability of the writ petition on the ground of delay. Be that as it may, the question of delay in institution of the writ petition shall be gone into at this stage of admission hearing. In view of the observations made in order dated 20/2/2023, I am inclined to issue notice in this matter.
Lordship.
NOM 8 weeks, yes.
Mayor Lordship. Lordship, on 2018, in 2018, the
What is this for? What is that?
Extra copy may.
Extra.
One extra.
আমি affidavit দিন, তুমি দিও।
Inclined to notice, issue notice in this case. NOM 8 weeks. Mr. D. Bora, Learned Government Advocate Assam appears and accepts. Actually, Mr. R. Dhar, Learned SCPWD Assam appears and accepts notice for response numbers 1 and 3.
And
1, 3 and 5.
5, my lord.
Whereas Mr. D. Bora, Learned Government Advocate Assam accepts notice for response numbers 2 and 4. As such, service of notice is due to be completed in this case. Extra copy of the petition will be furnished to the Learning Department requisiting numbers so as to enable them to obtain instruction. Yes.
Item 8.
Matter pertains to compassion of pregnancy.
Hmm.
Petitioner's father died in the year 2002, Lordship, and he applied in the year 2010.
2002.
Yes,
These are all related petitions.
5 is delay.
Why are you unnecessarily increasing the numbers?
The DLC has rejected on the ground that
But 2002.
I have applied only after
Mhm.
8 years later, Lordship.
Nothing can be done. Why do you file these petitions? We don't feel good to dismiss these petitions.
Lordship, as
You are
per-
just taking a chance. But what you are doing is just adding the number of frivolous cases. 2002, father died, 2010 application file. How a mandamus can be issued today? You know, it is not possible. Your name, please?
MK Limited.
Heard Mr. M.K. Devi, Learned Counsel for the petitioner. M.K. Nyog, Learned Counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. R.R. Gogoi, Learned SC, Forest
Forest.
Department, Assam,
1, 2,
as well
3.
as appearing for response numbers
1, 2, 3, and 4.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
5 and 6.
And Mr. D. Bora, Learned Government Advocate, some appearing for response numbers 5 and 6. Full stop. The petitioner's father had died in harness on 18/9/2002. Full stop. On 11/2/2010, he had submitted an application for appointment on compassionate ground. His application was rejected by the DLC in its meeting held on 12/11/2020. Hence this writ petition seeking a writ of mandamus to consider his case. What is the ground for rejection?
After 8 years, I have applied. They have rejected my claim only in 2020. Lord.
The DLC had rejected the application of the petitioner on the ground of delay of having been filed after 8 years of his father's death. First up, it is the well-established principle applicable in case of appointment on compassionate ground that such a appointment under the scheme of die in harness cannot be claimed as a matter of right, but same is what is it called? Relief. What is it called? Same is a
Compensatory relief. Compensatory relief.
compensatory relief given to the family of the deceased so as to tide over immediate financial crisis. First up, since the petitioner could survive for more than 8 years after his father's death, it cannot be said.
I have applied because at that time I was minor.
That's right. It cannot be said that he did not have the means to survive on independent source of income. First up, under the circumstances, I do not find any ground to interfere with the ground on which the DLC had rejected his application. First up, as such, this writ petition is held to be without any merit and is accordingly closed. However, notwithstanding this order, it will be open for the petitioner to seek any other benefit before the state government, including payment of what is this compassionate family pension, if he comes within the ambit of the scheme framed by the state on that behalf. Writ petition stands disposed of. Yes. Tell him to do something and survive. It's unfortunate, but it can't be helped. Compassionate appointment can't become a business. Any other matter?
Yes, Lordship. Item number 9.
Same.
Same Lordship here, initially mother applied, Lordship. His application is not considered. Thereafter, the son applied.
What is there in it?
Eh,
Oh, upward the line, it also appears that initially the wife of the deceased, that is the mother of the petitioner, had applied for appointment on compassionate ground,
yes,
but
Lordship.
the said application was not
Considered.
accepted, was not considered. As a result of which the petitioner had submitted his application on 2010 of the date to it. In view of the order, it would in hard so and so and so and so, in view of the order passed in.
Here, Lordship, Sir Khadimuddin judgment is covered, Lordship. So, Supreme Court judgment, first name Sir Khadimuddin is applied, Lordship.
Which is the mother? The other one is the mother.
No,
Here, Lordship.
This is the mother.
Yes,
no,
Lordship.
this is not the,
Item
this is
number
the son.
9, yes, Lordship.
Hogan Brahman, he's the son who is applied. His mother applied, but he has not annexed the application. When did she apply?
What was the earlier matter connected with this?
It was rejected by the same DLC. Page 19.
Mother applied in item 2, mother applied.
Mother,
Yes, Lordship.
Huh?
Item number 9, Lordship. Hogan Burman, Lordship.
item number 9, mother applied. It's not considered.
Achha, the earlier one, mother did not apply.
Earlier one mother did not apply.
I go to Nalage, mother applied, but to it. Yes, so here. Heard so and so for the petitioner, so and so for the forest department, and so and so for the government of Assam. First up. The petitioner's father, who was serving as a forest guard under the DFO Lakhimpur division, died in harness on 24/1/2010. First up. 24/1/2010, leaving behind his wife, 3 daughters, and a son, that is the petitioner. After the death of the deceased, after the death of the father of the petitioner, his mother had applied for appointment on compassionate ground, which was not considered
Liability what?
by the DLC. First of. Consequently,
13 to 2015, let's see, petitioner applied.
on 13/2/2015, the petitioner submitted an application for appointment on compassionate ground, which was considered by the DLC only on 12/11/2020 and rejected. And the same was rejected on the ground that the petitioner had applied after 5 years of his father's death. তাৰপিছত এই আগৰটো যে delay part টো আছে এইটো এইটো লগাই দিব। Same, last thing same on.
Applied.
Item 10.
May I please, Lordship? Instructions are airted, Lordship, not receive any instruction, Lordship. Further, Lordship, advertisement was published, Lordship. Annexer. Annexer C, Lordship. Advertisement was published, Lordship. As for the, his prayer is not, he is not mentioned in the village Ali Singh and Uriam Guri. Now, Uriam Guri and Ali Singh.
Where is the advertisement? Which page?
15, relevant portion is 16, Lordship.
So what is the anomaly in the advertisement?
Lordship, anomaly is in number 7, Lordship will say, serial number 7 in page 16.
Hmm.
So the name of our village is Ali Singha Uriamguri, and it is a separate village from Uriamguri, that is a separate village. Ali Singha, that is also a separate village, and Ali Singha Uriamguri, which is our village, this is a separate village. So our village name was not mentioned, although it falls.
What is the name of your village?
Ali Singha Uriamguri. Both these words together, this is a separate village.
So it is written Uriam Guri Ali Singha.
The Lordship, both these are separate villages. These two villages are also there.
Not the same, Lordship.
These
Same
two
Lord.
separate villages are also there.
You did not apply.
I could not apply because my village name was not there.
So then why have you come now?
Because Lordship, now we have heard that because the lot number is same and our village also falls within the same lot, that is number 6. So therefore the Gao Pradhan selected for lot number 6 will also cover our village. So my thing is that because we are from a village whose name was not mentioned, we could not even get the opportunity to apply for the post. That is,
That we'll examine right now. Is it a separate village?
No, it is a lot, Lordship, Uriam Guri. Lot number is same, Lordship,
the
Uriam
lot
Guri.
number is same,
Lot number is same, Lordship.
village is different. So all these are different villages, not only.
These are frivolous petitions. We are not entertaining this. Lot number is same. Why
Same,
did you
Lordship.
not apply?
Lot number is same, Lordship. Uriam Guri, Ali Singh, it's the same lot, Lordship.
No, under the same lot, 5-6 villages are there.
Then
Our village name is not mentioned. That is,
lot number
All
is.
right,
mentioned.
heard Mr. M.K. Chaudhary, Learned Counsel for the petitioner, also heard Mr. H. Chakravarti, Learned Government Advocate Assam, as well as Mr. S. Datta, Learned Standing Counsel, Revenue Department, Assam, appearing for the official respondents. Full stop. The writ petitioner hearing has alleged that in the advertisement notice dated
advertisement date is not.
in the advertisement notice issued by the authorities for recruitment of
Gao Pradhan.
Gao Pradhan in respect of various villages coming within the. Which is the district
Sonitpur.
coming within Sonitpur district? The name of the village. The name of the petitioner's village, namely within quotes, Ali Singha, Uriam Gao, unquote, was not clearly mentioned as a result of
Ali
which
Singha Uriamguri.
Ali Singha Uriam Guri.
Yes.
Ali Singha Uriam Guri within quotes was not clearly mentioned, as a result of which the petitioner could not apply. Full stop. According to the petitioner's counsel, due to the anomaly in the advertisement, his client has been deprived from participating in the recruitment process. Full stop. In terms of the order dated 3/3/2023, Mr. Chakraborty, learned government advocate Assam has obtained instruction and submits that the name of the village, that is Uriamguri, Alisingha, has been clearly mentioned in the advertisement notice. Moreover, full stop there, moreover, even the lot number has been indicated, which is sufficient to dispel doubt, if any, on the identity of the village. First of, under the circumstances, Mr. Chakraborty submits that there is no merit in this writ petition. First of, on a careful perusal of the materials available on record, I find that the advertisement notice not only mentions the name of the village within quotes, Mahabhairav. Unquote,
Mahabhairav is the Mosa.
Name of the Moja, Mahabhairav, within quotes, Mahabhairav. But Uriamguri, Alisingha is also mentioned therein. First of, moreover, the village lot number 6 is also indicated in the advertisement notice, which full stop, advertisement notice, full stop. Since the lot number of petitioner's village is number 6, hence it is difficult to accept the submission of the petitioner's counsel that due to a confusion arising out of the description of the village, his client could not participate in the process. First up, it is also to be noted that the petitioner has approached this court by filing this writ petition after the last date of submission of application was over. First up, if the petitioner was serious about participation in the process, there was nothing preventing him from approaching this court before the last date of submission of application was over. First up, for the reasons stated here and above, I do not find any merit in this writ petition. Same is accordingly dismissed. Yes, next matter.
Item 11.
What extension, 6 years, what is this?
He wants extension for 1 more year
Hmm,
on his deputation, lordship. But here, lordship, what I find, lordship, his main ground on what he has sought for is that some of the similarly situated persons were given. But his annexure E and F, his representation to the authorities, no such reason was given, lordship. Any
Well, you examine and
lordship.
tell us what happened. We are issuing notice at this stage, that's all. Heard Mr. S. Islam,
Yes.
counsel for the petitioner, here is the averments made in the writ petition. First up, the writ petitioner is basically seeking a direction from this court to consider his prayer for granting him extension for the 6th year by showing him as a head constable, by treating him as a head constable instead of a constable.
He has been shown as simple constable.
By treating him.
Yes.
Treating him as a head constable instead of a simple constable. Extension in the deputation post. is
Yes,
it?
Lordship.
In the deputation post. For the 6th year, by treating him as a head constable instead of a simple constable. First up, Ms. B. Sharma, learned CGC, appearing for the respondent, submit that the grounds projected in the writ petition are different from the ones indicated in the representation submitted by the petitioner. First up, the learned CGC, however, prays for 4 weeks' time to seek instruction in the matter. They are allowed issue notice of motion returnable in 6 weeks. For all the respondents, no formal notice, extra copy, etc. etc.
All right.
Item 12.
May I please? Petitioner was temporarily appointed as ruler driver, my lord. Thereafter, on 14/11/96, petitioner reverted to the post of rural handyman without a.
So you are challenging the order of 14/11/96.
Yes, ma'am.
There are more to it, my lord. I will just show.
Don't you think this is little premature?
No, my lord, in 2016, he filed an RTI Therefore, in the RTI, he stated that petitioner is senior than Debakumar Singha minor. Debakumar Singha is promoted in place of him in the same day, stating that he is senior than petitioner. And petitioner file application from time to time, thus no application.
Heard Mr. D. Burman, learned counsel.
DJ Burman.
DJ Burman, learned counsel for the writ petitioner, agreed by the order of reversion of the petitioner from the post of driver to the post of handyman of roller number J-8169. The instant writ petition has been filed. First up, Mr. Burman submits that the order of reversion has been issued without hearing the petitioner and by flouting the departmental norms. First up, Mr. R. Dhar, learned standing counsel PWD Assam, submits that the petitioner, having approached this court by assigning the order dated 14/11/1996 after a lapse of how many years?
96, 2006, 16.
27 years.
27 years.
27 years. The same is clearly barred by limitation, barred by delay and latches, and hence is liable to be dismissed on such count. Be that as it may, taking note of the sum total of pleadings contained in the writ petition, I am inclined to examine the matter. Issue notice returnable in 8 weeks. Since Mr. Dhar has appeared and accepted notice for all the defendants,
All my lord.
no formal notice, extra copies.
Highly obliged.
Don't file these kind of petitions.
There are more things, ma'am. There are more things here.
Item 30.
Even if you go to the impugn order, I will dismiss the writ petition.
All right, he has come to court.
That is why my right.
Hmm.
Recovery of excess payment of salary. The petitioner retired in 2021 before 1 year. An amount.
Rafiq Masih covers his
Yes,
case.
my lord.
Lordship, Rafiq Masih 2 and 3 point, my lord. Before 1 year, my lord. He retired on, my lord, 31/12/21.
How much is the amount?
That is
37,600.
already 26,000 deposited, my lord.
Have deposited.
Then you have already deposited, so
So you do, it shall be military.
no, if you deposited, you can't ask for a stay.
Because he had retired without pension and gratuity.
Subject to outcome. Another 10,000 you do it. Hard Mr. D.A. Kaim, learned counsel for the petitioner, agree by recovery of excess of overdrawn salary allegedly made by the petitioner. This writ petition has been filed. Mr. Kaim has referred to the decision of the Supreme Court in the case of State of Punjab versus Rafiq Masih, reported in 2015 (4 SSC 334) to submit that such overdrawn salary cannot be recovered from a retired employee. First up, Mr. S. Datta, learned standing counsel PNID Assam, on the other hand, submits that out of the total amount of rupees 37,612, a sum of rupees 27,000 has already been deposited by the
26,176.
176 has already been refunded by the petitioner, and therefore there is no question of granting any interim relief to him at this stage.
And Rafiq Masih will not cover his case.
It is also the submission of Mr. Datta that the petitioner's case would not be covered by the decision in the case of Rafiq Masih, Supra, post up. Be that as it may, whether the issue raised in the petition is covered by the decision of Rafiq Masih would require further examination, post up NOM 8 weeks, since you are appearing for all the respondents.
My lord, but petition respondent number 1 is not, additional chief secretary is not a very correct post, my lord. There is no post called additional chief secretary in the PNRD department.
All right, since Mr. Datta has appeared in accepted notice for all the respondents, no formal notice, extra copies. Considering the facts and circumstances of the case, I am not inclined to pass an interim order at this stage.
All right.
Item 14.
This is regarding additional model. We are working as additional model for about 27 years and more. And now we are also earlier code.
They are working
Working, still working.
working since 27, 28 years.
Yes.
Lordships are, they are working, my lord, as an additional mandal. My lord, it was,
Oh, yeah,
my lord,
that is
additional
fine.
mandal was,
Please take your seat. Let him submit. Yes.
Lordship, additional mandal were my appointed by my, for the, my lord, the settlement operation. Lordship, may kindly see the annexure 11, page 33, Lordship.
No, that's all right, Mr. Handik. See, there is always a practical human aspect to everything. If somebody has spent 27, 28 years in a job, you are now going to recruit fresh people to throw them out. Is
No,
it
no, my lord,
permissible?
they are the, not been a regular, my lord, regularly appointed. They have appointed for a sub, my lord, a particular, my lord, time, Lordship.
All right, you go ahead, don't disturb them.
Lordship, no, Lordship, we are not disturbing him. My lord, in the advertisement, Lordship, may kindly turn to the page 33, Lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, may I kindly see the 1, 2, 3. Lordship, eligibility criteria, Lordship. Lordship, may I kindly goes to the due weightage, Lordship. Paragraph number 4 or line. Due weightage, the preference and the relaxation, condonation of overage, if necessary, shall be given to the selection committee to the additional mandal depending upon the length of service rendering him or her as per the gov notification of so and so. They can apply, Lordship. For the regulation, they have to apply, they have to appear. There is a government policy. They have given preference weightage and aviation, Lordship.
You also apply, but you will not dispense with their service without the leave.
No, we are not disturbing them, Lordship. We are not disturbing them.
All right,
They
I'm not
have
disturbing.
We have not applied.
Well, not apply, my lord. Already the date is over, Lordship. Then they don't apply, my lord. We are not disturbing them, Lord.
Why did you not apply?
Actually, we filed petition here with our code. So this delay in listing.
What was the last date?
Last date about 2, 3, Lordship.
2, 3.
They came, my lord.
15, 2 was the issued date of 15 February.
Online, they can apply, Lordship. It has given the online. They can apply.
They can apply even now.
Even, my lord, the date is over, my lord. Now, my lord, they cannot be applied, Lordship. This is up.
Then you are hitting a log jam. What to do? Because you can't replace people who have
No,
spent
my lord,
27.
we are not disturbing them, my lord. They are continuing.
All right,
they are
Mr. Rashid, Learned Counsel for the petitioners peruse the amendments made in the writ petition. The petitioners herein claim to have been serving as additional lot mandal stroke in charge lot mandals under the Deputy Commissioner Bongaigaon since last 27-28 years and have gained immense experience in the field. First up, recently, the Deputy Commissioner Bongaigaon, that is the respondent number 3, has issued an advertisement dated 15/2/2023 to appoint lot mandals in the existing vacancies. First up, Mr. Rashid submits that his clients apprehend that after completion of the recruitment process, the petitioners would be replaced by new appointees as lot mandals by causing serious prejudice to their interests. First, according to Mr. Rashid, the petitioners have rendered long years of service and are now overaged for appointment in any government job. Under the circumstances, the exercise initiated on the basis of the advertisement notice dated 15/2/2023 is required to be stayed by this court so as to protect the interest of the petitioner. Full stop. Mr. J. Handik, Learned Standing Counsel, Revenue Department, Assam, submits that the petitioners are serving, submits that the service of the petitioners have not yet been regularized, but their services will not be disturbed until proper arrangement is made in this regard. Full stop. Mr. S.S. Roy, Learned Government Advocate, Assam, is also present on behalf of the state. Full stop. Issue notice of motion returnable in 8 weeks since Mr. Handik has appeared and accepted notice for
1 and 2.
1 and 2 and Mr. S.S. Roy for respondent numbers 3 to 6. No formal notice. 3 to 6. No formal notice is required to be sent in this case. Extra copies of the writ petition be furnished to the learned departmental counsel so as to enable them to obtain instruction in the matter. Heard in the prayer of interim relief, having regard to the facts and circumstances of the case, it is hereby provided that the respondents may go ahead with the recruitment process if so advised, but they shall not disturb the services of the petitioners hearing without obtaining the leave of this court.
Even then, they are pair, they are going to the set aside the there is not made any pair for that they have to appear in the interview.
No, we are over as we are not as per advertisement. we are not
Average
qualified.
already
40
the
years
weightage is given.
and
They will get the
over 60
benefit.
Mr. Hendik, the law is very clear. Even there is a circular of the government of Assam. Neither he is aware, you also may not be aware. These people, they can be given relaxation and their services can be regularized. This is the order will pass on the next day. It is his luck where the matter is listed. Nothing else.
May please your lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, SLC rejected the application due to procedure vacancy, your lordship. Twice considered.
You are coming after so many 10 years.
No, lordship, can we see page 25, your lordship? Twice considered marriage.
No, when was this, when did the DLC reject his application? Who
SLC
rejected DLC or SLC?
SLC, my lord, 1 to 2018,
1 to 2018.
first in 2028, 2018, and then again on 10 to 22. Twice rejected marriage.
Rejected on the ground that no vacancies are there.
Lordship.
So according to him, under clause 15 of OM dated 1/6/2015. Vacancies in the other department.
Covered by our High Court.
Wait a minute, nothing is covered. You find out what is happening.
My lord will send it back to the SLC, my lord.
Why?
For this clause 15, if we have to, my lord, for if you have to reconsider again for clause 15, my lord, then it will send back
No, but you tell us whether any vacancy was there at that time in other
on
department.
that date, my lord.
Heard Mr. A.R. Soon, counsel for the petitioner, agreed by rejection of his application for appointment on compassionate ground. The instant writ petition has been filed. Mr. Shom submits that while rejecting the application of the petitioner, the SLC did not consider his case in the light of clause 15 of the OM dated 1/6/2015, which provides that if no vacancy is available in the parent department, the authorities must explore whether similar vacancies are available in other departments or not. Mr. R. Dhar Leonard, SCPWD submits that some time would be required to respond to the allegation made in the writ petition. Full stop. In view of the above, NOM 8 weeks since Mr. Dhar has appeared and accepted notice on behalf of respond numbers
1 and 4, my lord.
1 and 4 and
My
Mr.
friend is
Talukdar,
2 and 3.
Learned Government Advocate Assam for respond numbers 2 and 3. Service of notice is deemed to be complete in this case. Extra copies of the writ petition be furnished to the learned departmental counsel so as to enable them to obtain instruction and appraise this court whether as to whether, on the date on which the petitioner's case was considered by the SLC, vacancies were available in other departments, which could have been acted upon in the light of clause 15 of the OM dated 1/6/2015.
Your lord.
Item 16.
May it please, my lord. The case is that, my lord, this is compassionate appointment, my lord. Petitioner's father died in harness on 2014, my lord. Hereafter applied, my lord, and one communication letter, my lord, page 28.
No response has been received.
Yes, my lord.
Lordship. It can be disposed of, I think, at this stage, Lordship.
directing the DLC to intimate him regarding.
But are you sure that DLC has not done anything?
No, Lordship, that's because it's a motion stage, Lordship.
Then why don't you find out? After
Lordship.
2 weeks for motion, we'll dispose it of.
Lordship.
Heard Mr. M. Kalita, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. H. Sharma, learned additional senior government advocate also. And Mr. R. K. Mushari, learned SC BTC, who pray for. And is granted 2 weeks time to obtain instruction as to whether the application submitted by the petitioner for appointment on compassionate ground has been disposed of by the DLC, and if so, the outcome thereof. You are there?
Yes, first one out going three.
Mr. R. Gogoi, Learned Standing Council Forest is present on the, PHE is present on behalf of respondent numbers 2 and 3. One extra copy each of the writ petition be furnished to the Learned Departmental Council.
After 2 weeks.
After 2 weeks for motion.
Lordship.
Much okay.
Item 17.
Yeah, please, your lordship. My lord, this is against the selection of Gaubula, my lord, illegally against the violation of instruction 162 and 162A, my lord, and also the advertisement
Why don't you
itself.
file an appeal?
Well, I filed it, my lord, but no action was taken, my lord.
Where is the appeal? Let us see which page. Page number?
65.
Let his appeal be disposed of by a reasoned order.
Lordship.
All right. Heard Mr. A.K. Talukdar, Learned Counsel for the petitioner. Assailing the, no, full stop, petitioner, the writ petitioner was one of the applicants. The writ petitioner had submitted her application for appointment as Gau Pradhan in response to the advertisement notice dated. What is the date of the advertisement notice?
My lord, 20.
0 is not a date.
My lord, 20th of September 2021, my lord, page 22, my lord.
29
20th September
2021.
My lord, at serial number
Issued by the
26, my lord, at serial number
Deputy
26.
Commissioner Nagaon, that is the respond number. Respond number 4, full stop. After the selection process was concluded, the respond number 6 was selected for appointment as the Gau Pradhan, full stop. According to the writ petitioner, the respond number 6 is not eligible to apply for this post since there is a criminal case pending against him,
Yes,
full stop. Besides the above,
and
there
also
is
Bakija
also
case, my lord. Bakija
Bakija
case.
proceeding pending against the respond number 6, full stop. Highlighting the aforesaid facts, the petitioner had preferred an appeal before the divisional commissioner, that is the respond number 3, on 10/11/2022. But since no action has been taken on her appeal, the instant writ petition has been filed. Stop. Mr. S. Datta, Learned Standing Council, Revenue Department, Assam submits that since the appeal preferred by the petitioner is pending, this writ petition be disposed of with a direction to consider and dispose of the appeal of the petitioner in a time-bound manner. First stop. Taking note of the submission of Learned Counsel for both sides and as agreed to by them, this writ petition is being disposed of at the stage of motion hearing with a direction upon the respond number 3 to dispose of the appeal preferred by the petitioner, bracket annexure capital H, with a reasoned order within a period of 6 weeks from the date of receipt of a certified copy of this order. First step. Until such time, no order or appointment shall be issued in favor of the respond number 6.
My lord, I also claim my application on preferential basis. I being the wife of the late, my lord, Gaubula, my lord.
Whatever is there in the appeal,
My lord, some time bound maybe, my lord.
you have
Within-
not heard.
Within
6 weeks.
6 weeks, of life.
How like?
My lord, my lord, I may be allowed to file a full petition, my lord, copy the, my lord. That may be kindly.
Lord, I had item
No,
number.
no, I've said you file certified copy.
Obliged.
Yes.
I had item number 6, my lord. Only
Yes.
contempt notice is to be issued. I could not attend when the matter was called because I was in Lex in item number and court number 50. Only notice is to be issued to the contempt.
You wait, we'll call up the matter. Wait, where is item number 6?
Item 18.
Getting compassion upon Milan, earlier he approved this out of court Milan, and the honorable court directed Singer to proceed the case. That was not done, then I filed a contempt case. And contempt case will also kindly similar order, page 23. Again to submit, I submitted the same, but nothing done till date.
I think you'll also the contempt of this disposed of because the SLC was yet to have its meeting. But thereafter it was directed that the department will send it to the SLC. So both of us, I think, will need to get an instruction as to whether the department sent it to the SLC and then what the SLC did with the case.
Heard Mr. Rashid, learned counsel for the petitioner, also heard Mr. Ardha, learned SCPWB, and Mr. CS Hazurika, learned Government Advocate Assam, who pray for and are granted 2 weeks time to seek instruction and appraise this court as to whether the application for compassionate appointment submitted by the petitioner has been dealt with by the DLC stroke SLC, and if so, the outcome thereof. 2 extra copies of the writ petition be furnished to the learned department council within 3 days from today. List for motion again after 2 weeks.
For admission, item 19.
Call that whatever item 6.
May it please the Lordship. My Lord, I am appear on behalf of Cancer Institute. The matter has become infructuous because the petitioner has already been removed from service because of, my Lord, financial irregularities. And because of these, possibly the counsel of the petitioner is also absent.
You are appearing for respond number?
2, 3, and 4, my lord.
None appears for the petitioner when the matter is called up. Mr. S. Dattal, senior counsel appearing for respond numbers 2 to 4 submits that during the pendency of this writ petition, the petitioner has been removed from service on the grounds of committing financial irregularities, and therefore this writ petition has become infructuous. Full stop. Since the prayer in the writ petition
At page 18, your lordship.
in this writ petition is to set aside the show cause notice issued upon the petitioner on 11/6/2018. And considering the fact that the petitioner has already been removed from service, the service, nothing further survives in this writ petition. Full stop. Therefore, I find force in the submission of Mr. Datta that the writ petition has become infructuous. Full stop. In view of the above, by granting liberty to the petitioner to seek appropriate legal remedy as may be permissible under the law, this writ petition stands closed.
Much obliged.
Item 6.
May I please, Lordship? This is contempt petition, and Lordship, may you please to come to page 30.
Which order? Which order?
Yes, page 30. It starts from page 29, Lordship. Order dated 27/10/22. Effective order is page 30, Lordship. Last para, my pension amount has not been paid. Contemptor was directed to verify and pay within 4 weeks, 1 month.
Mr. S.B. Roy, learned counsel for the petitioner. Released. Order dated 27/10/2022. Passed. Now you write like this. But Mr. S.B. Roy, learned counsel appearing for the petitioner. This contempt case has been filed alleging willful disobedience of the directions contained in order dated 27/10/2022. Passed by the learned single judge in WPC number 68/2022. 6822/2022. Mr. Roy submits that notwithstanding the specific direction contained in para 4 of the order dated 27/10/2022, the respondents have neither verified nor intimated the petitioner as to the outcome of such process, as a result of which the petitioner has been deprived of his pensionary dues. Full stop. Issue notice returnable in 8 weeks. Petitioner takes steps for service of notice upon the respondent by registered post within a week from today.
Obliged.
Item 20.
Of the petitioner, whose husband died in harness when he was the driver of the station just Guwahati, madam. He died in 12/5/2015 and 15. The next one is the death certificate. Date of birth 12/7/2015.
Yes, Mr. Nair.
My lord, his case was considered at that point when the time of the death of he was a driver, my lord. There was no vacant post available in the office. Thereafter, the post came up in 2016. By the time, my lord, this honorable court the registry was under the process of preparation of a policy guidelines. The guidelines was prepared. Under the guidelines, my lord, within that 5% quota, one post did not work out. Accordingly, my lord, the case could not be considered, and she was, my lord, that post was put to direct recruitment. She also participated there. Thereafter, my lord, the government of Assam changed the policy of compassionate appointment and made it compassionate pension in lieu of compassionate appointment from 2017. And accordingly, my lord, all compassionate appointments were stopped, my lord. Unfortunate, but my lord, the facts were like that in this case.
So is she getting compassionate pension?
She should be getting, my lord. If she is not getting it, she can claim that, my lord. Because the notification itself says, my lord, in my affidavit, I have brought it on record, my lord. My lord, page 19 of the affidavit filed by the Registrar General. It's 19/4/18.
No, but you must be able to say that. If you can't give her an appointment due to change your policy, then at least.
Compassionate pension, my lord, will come from, this is, my lord, the lower judiciary will come from the government, my lord. I think, my lord, he might have got it because this is the policy. If they have not got it, this is not done by the High Court, my lord. It will be done by the AG office and the judicial department. And if they have not received it, my lord, that can be done.
It is 18 onwards, man. It is case of 15, my lord. Compensation and appointment scheme does not cover her. Because the compensation of pain and injury of appointment has been effective from 2018 onwards.
Where is that notification?
My lord, page 19, my lord.
19.
No, where is the government scheme?
The government scheme, my lord, I could not bring on record. My lord, today morning also I made a search. I could not place my hand on that. I'll produce that, my lord.
Where is the scheme, government scheme? Without the scheme, I am not passing any order.
Lordship, I'll
Where is
bring
the
up.
government scheme?
The government scheme is now the compensation of payment instead of appointment, my lord. The Guwahati High Court is pleased to discontinue the scheme. Discontinue the scheme of the appointment.
My lord, if that scheme, my lord, after 17, whoever expired, they will be covered. But before that, they will not be covered. But compassionate appointment, stop.
No, but what happens people who expired before 17?
Before 17, my lord, her case, my lord, will say that it's of 15. There was no vacancy. 16, a vacancy came up.
No, Mr. Na, are you
Not-
saying that her case will neither be covered as after 17 nor before 17?
No, for compassionate pension, my lord, it will not be covered. The instruction. 2, my lord, she could not be accommodated for compassionate appointment.
So she will
because-
not be covered under this also.
No, she'll get the normal pension only, madam. Because there was no postman. Thereafter, the scheme
That is
came in.
what I'm saying. Earlier, there was compassionate appointment.
Lordship,
Then it was changed into compassionate pension.
lordship.
So compassionate pension will be applicable for people who died after 2017.
Will be applicable to those who died on or before 30, this scheme is applicable to the employees who died in harness on or after 1/4/2017.
So her husband died before
15.
1/4/15.
15.
So then she will be covered by the previous scheme. Either it has to be this scheme or that scheme. It can't be
My
like
lord,
that.
she will be covered by the High Court scheme, my lord. There is a scheme of 2016 of the High Court. But that scheme does not provide that under that scheme, my lord, there is not much available post even after clubbing group 3 and grade 4, my lord. One post, 5% is not made up.
So first of all, compassionate pension, that doesn't apply in
That
our
will not
case.
apply. Sorry.
So let's not get into that.
Huh?
Let's not get into that.
Let's not go into that. Let's be in the facts of this case.
Yes.
My lord.
Why
it's-
has she not been given?
Lordship. When her husband expired, he was a driver. So she should be given an office job, my lord. In the office, there was no vacant post. So a vacancy arose in 2016. And that the letters were written to this High Court. High Court also, registry also wrote back saying that consider her case as and when the vacancy arises. When the vacancy arose, my lord, there was no selection committee was not there. There was something. Then this honorable court registry had stopped all such appointments, saying that a scheme is under preparation. That scheme, my lord, came into see the light on 3/1/2017,
Where is that scheme?
page 13, my lord. My lord is having page 13, my lord will have page 12 also. Page 12, just for a second. my lord.
Hmm.
This is a communication of 4/5/2016. With reference to a subject cited above, I am directed to inform you not to entertain and forward any application for appointment on compassionate ground till policy guidelines for appointment on compassionate ground in the subordinate judiciary of Assam are framed and notified by the Honorable High Court. Now, my lord, that was notified on 3/1/2017. Relevant, my lord.
No,
would
before
come-
that, her case was recommended for appointment on
Lordship,
compassionate. leave.
Lordship,
Where is that recommendation?
Lordship, that my lord would come to the writ petition, my lord. My lord would come to page 14 of the writ petition.
Page 14.
Lordship,
Page 14 is what? It's a part of that scheme.
no, my lord, writ petition, her recommendation by the, how it would happen, my lord.
Achha, page 14.
14. After the death of her husband, my lord, this was the communication made by the special judge Assam, my lord. With reference to the subjects that I have the honor to forward here, the application submitted by so and so praying for a post in this establishment on compensatory grounds, which is explanatory in nature. In this regard, it submitted that the driver applicant is the wife of so and so, driver of this establishment who expired on so and so at the age of 45 years. The application is supported by testimonials of the applicant. The same shows so and so. My lord can just skip that. Next page, my lord. Considering the facts, she is found eligible, suitable for appointment in any post of grade 3 or grade 4. In this regard, mentioned that there is no vacancy in grade 3 or grade 4 in the establishment. Further, one vacancy of grade 4 post, office peon would lie vacant on 31/3/2016. As peon so and so of this establishment would retire on superannuation. At present, till today, there is no recruitment on compassionate ground in the establishment as per official record. Then, my lord, the communication by the registry at page 16. With reference to the subject cited above letter, I am directed to inform you that the appointment of so and so on compassionate ground may be considered as and when vacancy arises. So that's just a consideration. And then the post was put to advertise that then my lord would come to the affidavit. The scheme, my lord, is at page 13.
Page 13.
13 of the affidavit, my lord.
Hmm.
I think it will be page 31, running page, my lord.
Yes.
My lord may come to page 33, running page, clause 17.
Plus,
17, my lord. Roman 17.
Yes.
Compassionate appointments can be made up to maximum 5% of the total strength of a cadre. At time of recruitment in any grade 3, not above the cadre of LDA or grade 4, direct recruitment post. While calculating this maximum limit, 5% post, the following method shall be applied. My lord can skip it. My lord will have page 17. In small cadres where number of posts is less than 10, 2 or more similar cadres may be clubbed together to get one post for compassionate appointment. So my lord, you require 5%. 5% of, if I take out a calculation of 5%, I will have to have 20 posts, my lord. A case was considered, and my lord, it was found that at page 21, my lord. This is of 2017, my lord. With reference to the subject cited above, I am directed to inform you that clubbing the 6 posts of grade 4 and 4 posts of grade 3. In the establishment, there are 10 posts. As per clause 17, minimum 20 posts in a cadre are required to set apart 1 post for compassionate appointment. In the view of the matter, the proposal cannot be considered. And this was communicated to her. Then, my lord, she applied. The post was put to advertisement. She applied. Couldn't get through. That's a different thing, my lord. This is the position.
My lord, these are on 17, my lord.
Mr. Sharma, I will have this matter before another bench without me. When I am interacting with the council to understand the case, why are you disturbing in between?
No, these are not
I will come to you.
These are not applicable in our case.
No, you don't want me to find out from him what is happening.
No, I want to say that this.
No, I will come to you when I
are
want
not
to.
applicable in our case. Our case is 2016. According to their own affidavit, 16 has a vacancy.
Let
my
it,
lord.
let
You
it
also
be
kind of
listed before any other bench. I will hear cases the way I want. Let this matter be listed before any other bench without me. Yes, next matter.
Sorry, man. I'm really sorry.
I was about to pass an order in his favor.
I know. I
He is
got
not
the-
allowing
I got
me.
the pulse, my lord.
I will not accept this thing, Mr. Sharma. I was about to pass an order in favor of your client. You have stopped it. Yes, next matter.
I'm
Much
telling
obliged.
that these
No,
are
no,
not
no, no.
applicable in our case.
Don't do it.
Item 21.
May I please? My lord, petitioner was working, my lord, in Assam Human Rights Commission, my lord, since 1997, my lord. Page 33, my lord, will clear question, my lord, Minister 5, page 33.
What is your prayer in this
My
petition?
lord, my prayer, my lord, my service period, my lord, since 22nd of January 1997, we counted for purpose of pension, my lord. And my lord, my pension maybe.
You have already retired from service.
My lord, yes. In April, my lord, 2019. After
April
filing-
2019, no
Yes, my
pension
lord.
yet.
Yes, my lord.
Why no pension has been paid?
My lord, I am not recently because my lord, my lord, my prayer is that my lord, my pension will be considered in the old pension, my lord, rule 69. Because my lord, I was my lord working since 1997 and new pension scheme, my lord, came much later, my lord, 2005.
Who is appearing?
Lordship, for Human Rights Commission, Lordship, someone appears, so I'm appearing for finance department. Lordship, here his service was regularization in the year 2006, Lordship.
Hmm.
In the year 2005, Lordship, the new pension scheme came, Lordship. As
No,
his
but his appointment was which year?
in temporary basis, Lordship, it was in the year 1997, Lordship.
Then the regularization is with effect from,
2006. Lordship.
2006.
then there is no decided case in this, no decision of the High Court on
Yeah,
this.
no Supreme Court decisions are there, Lordship.
Number of, what does the decision say?
Lordship, a recent judgment is there, Lordship. Supreme Court judgment is there, Lordship. I have one.
What does it say? Date of
Date
regularization.
of regulation, Lordship. Lordship, in the case before the Supreme Court, Lordship, the wife of the person, Lordship, when before the Supreme Court, Lordship, claiming pension under the new old pension scheme, Lordship. There the court said, Lordship, as your service was regularized subsequently coming into effect of the new pension scheme, he will be covered by the new pension scheme only, Lordship. Let him bring my Lordship, I will place on the next date, Lordship.
You have the judgment order of the Supreme Court?
It's state of Bihar versus Rajmai Singh or something like that.
Okay, then you get a copy. We'll have it after 2 weeks.
Lordship.
Heard Mr. R.S. Chauhan, counsel for the petitioner, none is appeared for the Assam Human Rights Commission. Mr. P. Nayak Lanak. That is the respond number 3, huh? Assam Human Rights Commission, that is the respond number 3. First of Mr. P. Nayak Lanak, Standing Counsel, Finance Department, Assam, submits that this case is covered under a decision of the Supreme Court of India, whereby it has been held that the date of regularization in service would only count for computing the pensionable period of service. So since the petitioner's services were regularized only in the year 2006, hence he would be covered under the new pension scheme. Similar as the submission of Mr. C.S. Hazarika, learned by Government Advocate Assam appearing for the state. First of the learned Department Council, however, pray for 2 weeks' time to produce the relevant decision of the Supreme Court covering the matter. In view of the above, let this petition be listed again after 2 weeks.
My lord, I am extremely sorry, my lord, item number 19. My lord, when the matter was called for, I could not come, my lord. My lord,
That has been closed. We'll
Well, that-
mark your presence, that's all.
my lord, it has.
He has been removed from service.
No, my lord, he is doing, my lord. He was earlier, my lord.
You get the other side, otherwise I can't help it. You please get the other side. Yes, next matter, please.
Item 20.
You call the other side.
24 to give. 24 to. My lord, these petitioners were engaged as helpers in the NRC process. There was an interview, they joined, they were terminated, my lord. On the count that the NRC process is over. My lord, they want to contend before this honorable court, my lord, that the NRC process is a continuous process. It has not come to an end. Anyway, the pleadings are complete, my lord. My lord, understand the thing, my lord, coming back also, they can't pay us our salaries, my lord, because naturally the fund flow from the central has dried up. My lord, what I would like to endure before my lord is that we have been selected, we have been working here. And at that point of time, it was given that it will be a lengthier course of engagement. But all of a sudden, it was, my lord, stopped. Whereas the Supreme Court, as well as the Registrar General of India, is yet to accept that finality. Be that as it may, my lord. I'd like to persuade my lord to take a view, my lord, that the period that we have served, because we have all become overaged by now, many of them have become overaged by now. That period, my lord, if, my lord, the government, in any future employment, if they give us a relaxation to that effect, my lord, we would be, my lord, then in a position to apply at least, my lord. With a further,
No, Mr. Nair, what I propose here,
lordship,
and subject to what Mr. Dev Chaudhary also. See, there are practical issues both the sides.
lordship,
From your client's perspective, what do? You accepted the employment with some expectation,
expectations, my lord. Sure,
which has gone haywire.
lordship,
The central government, what will they do? They also recruited people with the idea that NRC process will gather steam and they will require your services. But this is now stuck up and nobody knows how long it will take.
lordship,
So there are two things that can be considered and provided by the order of the court.
lordship,
Number one is your appointments would be kept in abeyance for notional purpose till such time and as and when the NRC process is revived,
more than that.
subject to your willingness to render service
Lordship.
on the existing terms and conditions.
Lordship.
If it is revived, then they can't say that you now go,
Out.
yeah, you're out, we'll get new people. That
Lordship.
they can't say. That's
Lordship.
number one.
Lordship.
Number two, in the meantime, if you want to look for other employment, then we will give you the liberty to make an application before the competent authority and approach this court seeking an order to consider your case for relaxation.
Lordship. Lordship.
So this two-pronged
I think-
approach will give your clients
Much
the maximum relief and at the same time will not pose unnecessary
Burden to the.
burden to the. Are you, if you are,
That is what the first proposition I was telling my friend.
Yes. So if both of you are agreeable, why don't you sit across and draft these two terms? You draft it and give it to us. We'll put it in the order.
Can.
No, draft I'm saying because so that there is
Yes,
nothing.
yes, yes.
Huh?
Okay. What has fallen from your lordship?
That is,
Nothing more I can expect.
but Lordship, that is my discussion with him. Let me take my client into confidence, Lordship.
You take your
If it can
client,
be
you tell them,
Monday or Tuesday, Lordship,
very well, no problem. You also consult
Yes,
them
yes.
Lordship.
that they will not be entitled to any pecuniary benefit
benefits.
for this period.
Lordship,
But notionally, their appointment orders will be kept alive
Lordship.
to be revived as and when the work of NRC resume, subject to the condition
We are.
that they are willing to work on the same terms and conditions.
Lordship.
And if in the meantime, they want to explore appointments,
Oh, that
employment
is-
of elsewhere, then they will be at liberty to make
Right.
appropriate application for relaxation of age, including the liberty to approach the court seeking appropriate order. So these are the two clauses.
Lordship,
Explore it.
Lordship.
If you agree, write down the 2 points,
Lordship.
give it to us, we'll pass an order and close it.
Yes, yes.
You take your
Good, my
clients.
lord. My services will not be there, my lien is maintained.
Yes,
Much obliged, your lordship.
Well, that-
and you can add another clause that they will have to keep playing their lawyer if the lien is. And the request of
No,
Mr. you can hire senior counsel for the petitioner and Mr. Architect, counsel, Manas ESGI, appearing for the respondent. This matter is directed to be posted again on when? Tell me the date.
Fifteenth,
15th, my lord.
14th or 15th, whenever it's convenient.
No, let it be 17th.
17th, fine.
of March,
That's-
2023 as a fixed item.
Lordship.
Lordship.
I will recommend you both because
We'll do
you see,
that.
Yes.
every word will be very important there.
Lordship.
Give it to us.
Lordship.
On the basis that I'll dictate the order.
Lordship.
Item 25.
Who is there?
Item 25.
The petitioner hearing was terminated on medical ground. He was appointed in 2011 and after 12 months, he got injuries in the during training session. Your lordship's order, the order is there, my lord. The matter was referred to the
Yes, Mr. Mehdi, what is the instruction?
No, instruction, well, this, the department says, well, they considered as per the, direction on this honorable court, my lord, this page, my lord, 85, my lord. So, my lord, I'm reading, my lord, the last paragraph 8 of this order, my lord, page 85, my lord.
Hmm.
From the documents filed the respondent of the repetition matter. From these documents filed the respondent, that the direction of this court, it can be concluded that there is a scheme for rehabilitating the person injured during the training. Therefore, this repetition is disposed of with direction to the commandant of the battalion under whom the petitioners work last. Respondent 5 to refer the case of the petitioner to Departmental Rehabilitation Board at the earliest but not later than 3 months from the date of receipt of the certified copy of this order for critical examination of the petitioner's case to determine his physical and mental capability, aptitude and job records, etc. And thereafter to recommend the case for appointment to any suitable judge as per the standing order dated 4/2011, which has been amended. So since petitioner has been
out of job for quite some time. All the concerned directed to complete the whole process within the period of 5 months from the today. It is made clear that the termination order which is under silence will not be stand as a bar in considering the case of the petitioner for the revision of as stated above. Therefore, my lord, this order was passed with the relevant portion, my lord.
So his services were terminated.
Yes, my lord, terminate, my lord.
Then
My-
that,
what-
just a minute,
Yes,
just
yes,
a minute.
yes,
See, I have to
I-
understand.
yes, sir, yes,
If I don't understand, you don't get anything.
yes, sir, yes,
So why are you in a hurry?
yes. Sir.
Let the judge understand what is
Yes,
the
yes,
case.
yes, yes.
You come with one brief, we have to deal with 60
Yes,
letters a
yes,
day.
yes,
What is only thing that is important is the judge must understand the
yes,
case.
yes,
Anything which comes in the way will pass over the matter.
yes.
What I'm saying is his service has been terminated. What is the ground?
Ground, my lord, this terminate, my lord, this on the ground, my lord, he was a medical unfit, my lord. And is this page 83 in the.
I am not asking about the page. What was the ground on
Well,
which?
that's during the training period, my lord, he was some injury was there, my lord, and he
Alright.
was medically unfit.
So the,
And some, yes,
so it was felt that he has incurred disqualification
yes, my lord,
due to medical disability
yes, my lord, during the
and his service was terminated.
terminated.
So that order of termination is under challenge
Silence, my lord,
in which proceeding?
in earlier proceeding, my lord.
Which is that earlier proceeding?
This order passed, my lord, in the WBC number 4498 of 2015, my lord. This page, the order was passed on page 81, my lord.
So that writ petition is still pending or disposed of?
That is disposed of, my lord.
Disposed of by which order?
This order, my lord, order dated 25/2/2020, my lord.
So has the order of termination been set aside?
No, my lord.
Then
That is the problem, my lord. They have not set aside the order, my lord, the termination. My lord.
order of termination has been set aside.
Oh, not my lord, please refer to the DRB, my lord, because there is a provision in the standing order
Hmm.
that such cases to be referred to the Departmental Rehabilitation Board.
Can't be helped. You must prefer a writ appeal.
My lord,
If
may
the
I-
order of termination is not set aside, they cannot be asked to rehabilitate you.
my lord, there is a.
I can
standing-
close it, but if you want to prefer a writ appeal, you better do it.
My lord, may I submit my, for a moment.
Hmm.
My lord, there is a, in their affidavit in earlier round of litigation, my lord, they have submitted a standing order, my lord, this, in the, in this petition, my lord.
You can say whatever you feel like. Once there is an order of termination, unless it is set aside, they cannot be compelled to consider your case for rehabilitation. There is an error in this order. It is up to you whether you want to challenge it. Single bench cannot deal with the matter. Your order of termination, the judge says, the learned judge says, the order of termination remains, but they can consider your rehabilitation.
This, my lord, the standing.
I'm sorry, that cannot be done. I'm sorry, that cannot be done. Only once there is a termination of service, the termination first has to be set aside. And then only they can be asked to consider whether he can be reinstated either on this ground, that ground, by following this procedure, that procedure. How can two things happen simultaneously? The termination of service also remains and he is also reinstated. How can the departmental authority reinstate him? They are answerable to accounts, audit, other things. Tomorrow there will be a question, how did you reinstate a person whose order of termination is still valid, still holding the field?
My lord, please.
As a lawyer, you have to understand these things.
Yes, my lord.
So either you prefer an appeal or I'll close it. There's no other way out. You can take half a day to understand this, but I cannot give you so much time.
My lord, may I get F2, my lord, that may be F2, my lord, maybe it's-
Net to-
Oblige.
Item 26.
May I please, your lordship?
Mr. Kadir, if the matters are over, then I don't know whether this court will sit at 2 or not. So you better hurry up. Yes, Monday. On the request of Mr. Kadir, list this matter again on Monday. But you please, have you understood what I'm saying?
Yes.
The order of termination has not been set aside. That is a big technical flaw.
I will,
You also did not point out.
I will.
Nothing can be done by this court. Yes.
May I please, your lordship? Lordship, we will file affidavit in reply, lordship.
opposite party has filed PAP in opposition, Lordship, which time
May
may
I
be
please,
granted.
Lordship, this matter is covered, already decided, similar matter.
What is this matter?
Matter is relating to appointment of Lordship constable in the Department of Ministry of Home Affairs, Lordship.
Out of 34 candidates, 7 candidates, 7 petitioners has got their relief. Lordship.
They were treated as a reserve category because they are
Yes,
from
yes.
Northeast.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, Lordship.
How many petitioners are there?
There are
34,
34 petitioners, Lordship.
7 petitioners are. eligible.
7 petitions are eligible as per the order.
They are all belonging to OBC category.
So I have to go through the.
Oh, you don't know your case.
Lordship, Dikedas is leading in this case, Lordship. I'm the junior one.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is Mr. Das?
Das is on the way, Lordship,
On the way from where?
or from his home, Lordship. So he just.
Where does he live?
He live in Dispur area, Lordship.
Find out when he is reaching. We'll dispose of this matter.
Lordship,
Tell him to come early. Go through the record. We'll take up this matter at 12:30. Dispose it of. Yes. You go through the earlier order of this court and see if your case is covered.
Lordship, at the learned friend,
Yeah, give him this order. Go through this and see. If your case is covered under this, then we'll close it. 12:30.
so Lordship, we have made a list. 7 candidates.
Go through this order and see if it is covered. Yes,
Lordship.
next matter.
Item 27.
But here, the petitioner, my lord, the constable, my lord, was walking in Indo-Tibetan border police. But subsequent, though he was appointed on 9/7/2007, my lord, but subsequently he was transferred to 2012, my lord, in 49 BN ITBP, Basar, Arunachal Pradesh.
You are removed from service.
And ultimately, I have been removed from service, my lord, by way of ex parte, my lord. Since I was under the medical treatment, my lord, for my jaundice, I have the medical all documents, my lord, here and close, my lord. But without hearing, without opportunity of hearing, without any so cause notice, since I was lying in the bed, my lord, it's not possible to. And the treatment was continued till 2020. Meanwhile, they have removed me from service. And there was also some allegation that
So what was the medical, where are these documents?
yes, lordship will find my lord, at page. Lordship, it starts from page 19, my lord. This translated copy, my lord, this tag copy, my lord. Certified that Sri Sanjeev Kumar Kalwar as a Fenso in the district of Dhemaji. He is under my treatment due to suffering from veterinary dysentery with abdominal colic, jaundice, after insomnia and amnesia, something like that. Dated so-and-so at the civil hospital, Dhemaji. He is complete for the so-and-so, but so-and-so he is depression condition, therefore patient for so-and-so. Then lordship, these are all the documents from page 20.
So how long were you absent?
My lord, only within 60 days, my lord, they have done all this action, my lord.
No, you were absent since 3rd
Since-
July 2017.
No, 3rd of July 2017, my lord.
Yes,
Lord.
you were absent since then.
Yes, my lord, since then I was under the medical treatment, my lord.
So for how long?
Till 2020, my lord.
Oh,
This,
you were hospitalized.
yes.
Where is the sleep?
No, this is under the medical treatment at Dhemaji Hospital, my lord.
3 years you are on leave for dysentery.
No, dysentery plus jaundice, my lord. The abdominal, these problems continued, my lord. That is why he was shown in the hospital, my lord. He was in serious conditions, my lord.
If your lordship will see, the medical certificates are of 1920.
Mr. Chetri, let your clients hope remain alive.
Now,
Let us fix it for final hearing.
lordship.
Admit and
And
fix for final. hearing.
Meanwhile, my lord, this person is also died.
Who has died?
This petitioner, my lord,
Petitioner has died.
died due to motor accident, my lord.
Oh.
Now, only his wife and 2 minor kids are there, my lord.
Correct. Petitioner has died.
Died.
Then what remains in this writ petition?
No, my lord, for other, unless lordship will consider, my lord, they will not, the family will not get any benefit, my lord. That is why, my lord, I have come before lordship, my lord. Pending of this writ petition, he was died. Now,
Oh,
unless,
no, listen, Mr. Chetri. Your prayer in the writ petition is to reinstate him. Reinstate the petitioner. So after petitioner's death, the wife has come in his place. So now the wife wants to work as a constable or something.
no,
like that.
now only, my lord, as soon as this removal order goes, my lord, at least facility, whatever the
You
benefit,
file a
pensionary,
petition, you file a petition for the, with that relief.
pensionary benefit, all this, my lord. Not only this, my lord, this reinstate is
Please
there.
read your prayer in the
Lord,
writ petition.
My lord, the first clause 1 will go, my lord. Nothing will survive. Now, the second one, to pay the area salary of the petitioner with all other service benefit due to him till as his unauthorized leave was not deliberate or intentional, but because of his continuous
You have to
medical.
file a fresh petition for that. That whatever benefit your husband was entitled, now he cannot be reinstated. You have to file a fresh petition with prayers appropriate in the facts and circumstances. This matter is over now.
Now, can it be done, my lord, like this, my lord? Let this.
Seeking legal
petition-
advice.
No.
You have to pay fees then. You will take the fees and
No.
asking for legal advice from the court.
No.
This is not a good
Only,
idea.
my prayer only, my lord.
Mm.
Only let this repetition be pending, my lord.
Mm.
Meanwhile, I will file the
I
repetition.
will keep it pending,
Lord.
provided you can tell me
Lordship,
that after the death of the petitioner,
lordship.
how a challenge to his removal from service can survive. You answer this
No,
question. I'll keep
otherwise,
it
my
pending.
lord, unless lordship.
We'll
will-
keep it open. Your
Ah.
legal heirs of the petitioner will be entitled to
That,
approach this court seeking all legal remedy permissible under the law. That's it. Again, you want advice.
no, whether,
Mr. Chaudhary, is it fair? Lawyer asking for legal advice from the judge.
No, he has to. He has to
No,
correct his
that's
clear
okay.
lordship.
It's in a lighter vein, but
So-
there's nothing in your writ petition.
so, let this repetition be pending. In meanwhile, my lord, if I file the repetition, then it will be better for your lordship to consider or adjudicate the matter, my lord. Sometimes it may be.
On the prayer of Mr. B. Chetri, learned counsel for the petitioner, made with the consent of Mr. R.K. Dev Chaudhary, learned DSGA appearing for the respondents, these matters stands adjourned for 8 weeks so as to enable his client to prefer appropriate writ petition seeking a direction from this court for payment of service benefits to the family of the deceased petitioner. Deceased employee as may be permissible under the law.
Post of sub-inspector. The petitioner, my lord, missed the selection only because of less than 0.5 marks. Because of the fact that, my lord, there was a my lord, error in the answer key.
There
In
was,
the answer key, there was an error, my lord.
oh,
And if he gets that mark, my lord, he's within that cutoff mark and he'll get the post. Now, my lord, this honorable court was pleased to keep one post vacant while my lord issuing notice of motion on July 2021. Thereafter, my lord, no affidavit has been filed in date. And my lord, on 9th of March, the matter reached last. And the Dibrugarh University was granted 2 weeks time to file affidavit. Without the affidavit, perhaps my lord, it will be difficult to disclose the matter, but other persons have been appointed.
affidavit is called for from whom? Respond number?
From, my lord, the Dibrugarh University, my lord, respondent
Six
number
and
6, 6 and 7.
Who is appearing?
I'm appealing for.
Yes.
We'll file our affidavit in appeal.
Yeah, but you should have filed it. This is 2021 matter.
Yes, sir. We'll get our 2 weeks time. Maybe.
Yes, after that, your right to file affidavit will be struck off. I'm making it very clear. Heard Mr. M.K. Chaudhary and senior counsel listed by Mr. P. Bhargava, counsel appearing for the writ petitioner. Also heard Ms. A. Talukdar, learned government advocate Assam appearing for respond numbers 1 to 5. Full stop. Mr.
R. Dekalog.
R. Dekar, learned counsel has appeared for respond numbers 6 and 7. And submits that 2 weeks further time be granted to the university to file affidavit. Full stop. The controversy raised in this writ petition cannot be decided in the absence of an affidavit filed by the respond numbers 6 and 7. Full stop. However, not despite the fact that this writ petition was instituted in the year 2021, no affidavit has been filed by the said respondents till today. Full stop. Be that or as it may, on the request of Mr. Dekar, 2 weeks further time is granted as a last chance to the said respondents to file affidavit, failing which this matter will be taken up for disposal on the basis of the materials available on
My
record.
lord, respondent want to file may also file, my lord, they can also.
The other respondents may also build their stand and record by filing affidavit in the
Public.
so advice. Let this writ petition be listed again after 4 weeks.
Keep your obliged.
Item 29.
May please, your lordship. By the imperial order dated 2/12/2020, I was ousted from service to office on the ground of medical is unfit. The respondent or the MIB, Medical Invalidation Board has rejected me to be S5 with effect from 34/2019 due to alcohol deficiency syndrome, lordship. Now, lordship, if I take the lordship to page, there are 4 of my writ petition. At page 6, lordship.
So this will be have to be finally heard.
Yes, lordship.
Records are there.
Records I can produce, lordship is, it's from 9 months, I can produce it.
So we fix a date for final hearing when after BU.
Yes,
Let's choose a date.
lordship.
Why are you laughing?
Can it be before you, lordship?
No, it cannot be. Heard Mr. R. Learned counsel for the petitioner also heard Mr. R. K. B. Chaudhary, learned DSGI appearing for the respondent. It is submitted at the bar that this matter is ready as regards pleading and therefore it can be taken up for final disposal. Full stop. Mr. Dev Chaudhary has submitted that he will produce the records on the date of hearing of this writ petition. In view of the above, this writ petition is admitted to final hearing, to formal hearing. Office to list this case for hearing as a fixed item on 27th of April 2023. On the next date fixed, the learned CGC, learned counsel for the respondents to produce the records.
Item 30.
May please, your lordship. Lordship, this petition.
30, my lord, I'll seek some time, my lord, instructions are not forthcoming. And apart from, my lord, we are not able to understand what is exactly the prayer against whom the prayer is made, my lord. And DC also needs to get a copy.
In our case, we have not received any copy.
Lordship, I have, my petitioner's name has subsequently misplaced after Lordship,
Name has misplaced.
yes, Lordship, his name has recommended minutes of which held on 6 December 2012, Lordship. After that, his name was also shown in the respondent number 4, annexer, Lordship. Annexer, Lordship, B, page number 33, After that, his name has not recommended. Annexer B, page number 33, serial number 2, Lordship Bijan Rongpi P, son of late Boliram Rongpi. Father has died on 26th August, Lordship.
2009.
Yes, Lordship.
But you have not given copy.
DC
I
needs to
will
copy, my lord, because my lord, without any head or tail, my lord, there's some annexes there. We are not able to comprehend what is this. The DC needs to be, DC also needs to be a party, he needs to be served a copy, my lord.
You serve extra copies.
Yes,
to this. Miss, your name please?
Jay Goli.
Dear Solita is present on behalf of the petitioner. The learned departmental council submits that due to want of proper extra copy, legible extra copies, they could not obtain instruction in the matter. In view of the above, Ms. Kalita to furnish copies of the petition to Mr. D. Gogoi, learned SC Forest Department, Assam, as well as Mr. C.S. Hazarika, learned Government Advocate, Assam, within 3 days from today, so as to enable them to obtain instruction. Let this matter be listed again after 4 weeks.
This petitioner has been working as watchers in 84 and 2,567 numbers of watchers have been regularized. By mistake, the petitioner was not regular. And now on last occasion, they say some development has taken place, but his service is to be regularized. And he has not been paid his salaries for last 2 years. That pays 25-year lordship will come.
Lordship, as per our instruction, we have paid the petitioner's current salary. But area salary we can't pay because we have submitted the proposal before Joint Secretary Dr. Assam Hill Area Department for supplementary budget that we have not received from the government yet.
What
But
about
current salary we have paid, Lordship.
What about regularization?
For regularization, we have filed our affidavit and we have stated that we have submitted the proposal before government, Lordship.
Pending with the government, it pays 25-year lordship will get 2005. Similarly situated person pays 25. All persons have been regularized. I am directed to convey the sanction of the governor of Assam.
Government means which government?
PHE, Lordship, PHE government.
That regulation proposal will send back to be again furnished in requirement of the OIM, does not properly sent. I have a communication.
Send back to whom?
Send back to the
That I have not received it. That maybe, that may have not communicated with us. Lordship.
there's a letter, the division was communicated that regulations.
He will be retiring in the month of December.
All right, you take down heard Mr. B.D. Das, learned senior counsel assisted by Mr. D. Thousand, learned counsel for the writ petitioner. Full stop. The petitioner herein was engaged as a work church employee under the work church Khalasi on 8/6/1984. Under the Dimahasa
Yes, Lordship.
Council. And his services were upgraded as work church plumber with effect from 6/5/1999. Full stop. Recently, the government of Assam has created 567 number of posts, bracket, the posts of work church employees serving during the period, who were serving during the period from 22/7/2005 to 28/2/2006. And
Persons who were engaged prior to 1/4.
who were persons who were engaged prior to 1/4/1993. Has created 567 posts for regularization of services of work church employees who were engaged prior to 1/4/1993.
With effect from that 2005 to 2006.
With effect from
22/7/2005.
for regularization of the services of those work church employees with effect from 22/7/2005. Full stop. Although the writ petitioner was also entitled for being considered for regularization along with those employees. According to the petitioner's counsel, his case was not sent up for regularization, as a result of which the services of the petitioner have neither been regularized nor has he been paid his salary since the
Last 2 years.
since
Now
the
current
last 2
salary is
years.
getting-
Full stop. Mr. Das submits that although the petitioner is receiving the current salary, yet the difficulty is on account of non-payment of arrear salary and also non-regularization of his services. Full stop. Ms. J.
J.
Gogoi, Learned Standing Council, Dimahasa Council, has submitted that a proposal has been sent to the government for regularization of the service of the petitioner and also seeking budgetary provision for payment of his area salary. Full stop. Mr. D. Gogoi, Learned Standing Council, PHE Department, Assam submits that due to a defect in the proposal, the same has been returned back for rectification. Full stop. A response in that regard is still awaited from the council. Full stop. You have anything to say?
If I have received instruction, Lord, I'll file it.
Mr. P. Nayak, Learned Standing Council Finance Department submits that he has received instruction and therefore be granted some time to file affidavit. In view of the submissions made at the bar, this writ petition is adjourned for 4 weeks. Full stop. Let this matter be listed again on 25th of April. No, on 20th of April, 20th of April 2023 as a fixed item. The respondents shall bring their stand on record by filing affidavit on or before 12th of April 2023, indicating the steps that have been taken, if any, for regularization of the service of the petitioner and for payment of his arrears salary.
Detail order.
Item 33, 34 and 35.
Credence has been already exchanged, my lord.
My lord, a matter relates to, my lord, we are the contractual employees, my lord, of Panchayat and Rural Development Department. And we have been appointed pursuant to the village selection process, my lord. But my lord, by the impugn order, my lord, our contract agreement has been terminated and we are discharged from service, my lord, on the ground after pursuant to, my lord, inquiry, my lord. And that inquiry is conducted, my lord, on a complaint made by the local MLA, my lord, in respect of some misappropriation of fund, my lord, under America scheme, my lord. Definite finding has arrived at, my lord, but without any notice, my lord, our services have been terminated, my lord. This is the case, my lord. In
My lord,
item number.
So how can you terminate the services without notice?
My lord, some inquiry report is are there, my lord, against the 4 petitioners, my lord. Will lordship may kindly take my affidavit, my lord, in the WPC number 597. of
Item number
2020.
34, man.
Item 34.
34, affidavit has been filed.
Let's see, 597. So some similar orders have been passed by the school.
Yes, ma'am. No. No order.
Similar orders, similar matters have been
I have
disposed of.
to find out, my lord.
Are you having the orders?
My lord, I have to find out, my lord.
Lordship may fix
Similar
it,
orders
yes,
have
my lord.
been passed, where these matters have been remanded with reinstatement. None of you are aware.
I am not aware, my lord. I'll find out, my lord.
I have to find out.
Department running.
Heard Mr. R. M. Decker, Learned Counsel for the petitioner, also heard Mr. S. Dutta, Learned Counsel appearing for the respondent. It appears that the issues raised in this writ petition are covered by earlier orders of this court. So therefore, the Learned Counsel for both the side and pray for and are granted 2 weeks time to trace out those orders and place the same before this court for passing an order of disposal in these matters. List these cases accordingly.
Obliged.
I love.
Item 36.
In this item, my lord, Mr. T. Devan is appearing, my lord, on behalf of the petitioner. my lord. Today, he has some personal
As
difficulties.
paid for by petitioner's counsel, this matter stands adjourned for 4 weeks. Your name, please?
J. Burman on behalf of J.K. Goswami for respondent number 2, 3, and 4.
Mr. J. Burman, learned counsel is present on behalf of respondent numbers 2, 3, and 4.
Item 37.
Lordship, in this matter, I require some
Please
time.
speak a little louder, I can't hear.
Lordship, in this matter, I require some time for filing affidavit, Lordship. Instruction is yet to receive, Lordship.
What is his date of birth?
Lordship, date of birth, Lordship.
He has already retired.
Lordship.
He is retired.
Yes, he did. Date of birth was 31/12/1962. And he was originally in the army. He retired from army in 2001. In 2007, he joined the ASTC as driver on contractual basis matter. And at the time of joining in the ASTC, he has given the retirement order issued by the army, Annex 3, where the date of birth of the petitioner was shown as 31/12/2062, my lord. And on the basis of that, the ASTC issued identity card, my lord, Annex 4. In the identity card also, date of birth of the petitioner was shown 31/12/2023. But after he was given retirement, stating the date of birth as 31/1/2001, 1 year ahead, my lord. So they were given different stamps by your lordship to show on what basis the date was recorded as 31/1/2022. After taking 3 or 4 days, they have given the PAN card of the petitioner when the date of birth was shown as 31/1/2022. But it is a manipulation, my lord. I have now original PAN card with me.
So he wants to file affidavit.
Lordship.
Yeah, that is why they have tried to file affidavit, my lord. Because the PAN card has been manipulated. PAN card.
All right, 4 weeks, last chance. Heard Mr. K. Sharma, learned counsel for the petitioner, also heard Mr. R.M. Das, learned standing counsel ASTC, appearing for the official respondent who prays for and is granted 4 weeks further time as last chance for filing affidavit. Ms. M.D. Bora, learned standing counsel, Transport Department, Assam, is present on behalf of the respondent number 1.
Magic hard with my lord. Hard with my way given for the too long.
Let him file it. Let him file it.
Divya.
Item 38.
Lordship, petitioner's advocate called me up. I think she's in bereavement, her brother-in-law. Otherwise, Lordship, the DC has written that the payment he has written to the finance department. We got the instruction that please release the funds for the payment of the money that they are seeking, Lordship. Anyway, Lordship, let it come after 4 weeks or something. By the time we can apprise the court as to the developments in the case, Lordship. Otherwise, by
Mr. C.S. Hazarika, learned government advocate Assam submits that some steps have already taken for release of funds so as to pay the dues of the petitioners in this case, and therefore 4 weeks time be granted to obtain updated instruction. The prayer is allowed, list this case again after 4 weeks.
Item 39.
May please your lordship, others affidavit take with the record. I have also filed one affidavit in reply, which is not take with the record. Your lordship, matter is very urgent. May kindly be considered for 14 or 15 months. 13 years old, no any salary. Servicing. Now going to be the termination, but your lordship, make any 14 or 15, make any fix.
already, Lordship, this court has already rejected his prayer only 2 times, Lordship. On this one, this petition is Lordship raised by, hit by Dr.
Will have, you filed your reply when?
On last day file.
No, today I have received.
No, I put the last day, then line to already. Last day.
When did you file his reply?
I have received last month, his reply.
When did you file it, Mr.
No.
Kalukar?
Affidavit shown in on 9.
So,
Let it be like with the record on
When did you file your affidavit?
9
9th of March.
March. On the holiday, we would not be filed. There are some holidays we could not be filed. hurriedly file on 9. What your lordship? 14th,
Mr. L.
15th,
Talukdar, Learned Counsel for the petitioner. said
matter is very urgent.
The affidavit in reply filed on behalf of his client on 9/3/2023 is not on record. Since the affidavit in reply will have a crucial bearing in the outcome of this case, and considering the urgency involved in this matter, on the prayer of Mr. Talukdar, registry is directed to take the affidavit in reply with the record of this case and list the matter again on 17/3/2023 as a fixed item. Mr. S. Datta, Learned Standing Counsel, PNRD Revenue Department, and Mr. S. Roy, Learned Government Advocate, Assam are present. 17th.
Must.
Mr. P. Nayak has appeared on behalf of the Finance Department. 17th for dismissal, is it? We'll have a category of written as writ petitions listed for dismissal.
Look, this is a case for appointment of Milord, Gaon Pradhan Milord. The respondents have appeared.
Yeah, who has given this?
My lord.
What? Where is the
My lord,
stay?
There was a direction, my lord, the interim order that we have complied. So that we just were brought to the record of the court, my lord. In fact, they were direct, the government was directed to file an affidavit, Milord, regarding Milord, the particular village, Milord, whether it falls in lot number 7 or lot number 5. Sorry, lot number 4. Paragraph 6 of the last of the order, Milord, last order. That we have stopped him from doing any work.
Why respondent number 5 has been restrained from functioning?
Because Milord, our condition is that Milord, he belongs to some other village, Milord, of a particular village. As per the advertisement, he has to be a permanent resident of that particular village. Now, here is the case, Milord, where he is.
So now that he is stopped from functioning,
Exactly.
who is discharging the duty of Gaon Pradhan?
There is no. My lord, the circle officer was directed, my lord, to assign to the nearest Gaon Pradhan, my lord, of that lot. This order was passed on 22nd of February, my lord, and we don't have a copy of it. The second part, my lord, we have assigned somebody, my lord.
You are for respondent number 5. What do you have to say?
Lordship, kindly turn to page 37, Lordship. Actually, at this stage, that it is not maintainable, Lordship, since there is already primary under the executive instruction, Lordship. So, Lordship, they ought to have filed an appeal before the North Assam Commissioner, Lordship. So, I have also ordered, Lordship, of Honorable Single Judge as an Honorable Division Bench, Lordship. That is upon that the Honorable Division Bench, Lordship.
Yes. Please hand over quickly.
Page 7 of the Division Bench order, Lordship.
So you prefer an appeal until the disposal of the appeal, the interim order will remain in force.
Lordship. Lordship, in the advertisement, Lordship, page 37, Lordship. The name
All right,
of the-
heard Mr. R. De, Learned Counsel for the petitioner, also heard Mr. R. Dhar, Learned Learned Standing Counsel, Learned Government Advocate, Assam, appearing for respondent numbers 3 and 4, and Mr. S. Datta, Learned Counsel, appearing, Learned Standing Counsel, Revenue and Disaster Management Department, appearing for respondent numbers 1 and 2. Stop. Mr.
S. Alam.
S.
Alam.
Alam has appeared for the respondent number 5. By filing this petition, the Writ petitioner has challenged the selection and appointment of respondent number 5 to the post of Gao Pradhan of lot number 4 under Mahabhairav Morja. Full stop. By taking note of the case projected in the writ petition, the learned single judge, while issuing notice of motion in this writ petition, had passed an interim order dated 9/1/2023, restraining the respondent number 5 from serving as the Gao Pradhan of lot number 4 until further orders. Full stop. Consequently, the Deputy Commissioner Sonitpur, that is the respondent number 3, has issued order dated 22/2/2023, implementing the interim order passed by this court by assigning the work of the Gao Pradhan of lot number 4, Moja Mahabhairavi, to the nearest Gao Pradhan. Full stop. Today, when the matter is called up, Mr. Alam has placed reliance on an order passed by the division bench of this court on 30/7/2022 in connection with writ appeal number 227/2022 to submit that the appointment of the respondent number 5 as the Gao Pradhan is appealable under Rule 162 bracket C of the executive instructions formulated under the Assam Land Revenue Regulation.
Land and revenue regulation.
Assam Land and Revenue Regulation, and therefore there is an alternative remedy available to the petitioner. First up, in view of the above, this writ petition be closed. First up, there is no dispute at the bar that Rule 162C of the executive instruction provides appellate remedy to any person aggrieved in these matters. Full stop. In view of the above, and as agreed to by learned counsel for both the sides, this writ petition is being disposed of by granting 7 days time to the petitioner to prefer an appeal before the concerned divisional commissioner. Full stop. If such an appeal is filed within 7 days from today by enclosing a certified copy of this order, the same be entertained by the concerned appellate authority and disposed of by a reasoned order after hearing both the interested parties. Full stop. The order as directed by this court be passed as expeditiously as possible, preferably within a period of 6 weeks from the date of receipt of a copy of this order. Full stop. Until such time the appeal is disposed of, the interim order dated 9/1/2023 shall continue to hold the field. Writ petition stand disposed of accordingly. Yes.
Only one problem, can it be 10 days below
No.
because tomorrow day after below will be a holiday, so.
That's the time to draft the appeal. That is why 7 days, otherwise it would have been 10 days.
Lordship, I have received instruction, my lord. The name of the petitioner would be considered in the next DPC meeting. Stop them. But as per law, they are not entitled because they are
Then why are you
regulated.
considering?
Only placed, it will be placed, but
Huh?
it will be placed in my instruction. That's why I am not going to filing any affidavit, my lord.
All right, Miss Bibi Hussain, learned counsel is present on behalf of the petitioner. Miss M.D. Bora, learned standing counsel, Transport Department, Government of Assam, appearing for the respondent numbers 1, 2, 3, submits that the name of the petitioner will be considered for promotion in the next DPC meeting, subject to his meeting the eligibility norms. First step. Mr. P. Nayak, learned standing counsel, Finance Department, Assam, is present is also present. First up, in view of the submission made by Ms. Bora, nothing further survives for adjudication in this writ petition. This writ petition is therefore being disposed of by providing that the case of the petitioner for promotion to the rank of section assistant be considered in accordance with law
Law.
and as per the submission made by the learned departmental council.
Lordship, and DP obliged.
Hmm?
Similar matter. Madam.
Similar matter.
Similar. Okay.
You are there for both
Yes, Lordship.
and both section assistant.
My lord. Section.
Same order to be passed in both,
Lordship,
both disposed of. Yes.
deeply obliged.
Item 43, 44 and 45.
You add one line, if the petitioner remains aggrieved even thereafter, it will be open for him to approach this court by filing fresh writ petition.
My lord, item number 43, my lord. Respondents have filed an affidavit, my lord, stating that, my lord, the hospital management society doesn't fall within the definition of state and other instrumentalities, my lord. But, my lord, no bylaw or guideline have been annexed, my lord, under which it is governed, my lord.
They filed affidavit.
Yes, my lord. In item number
On
43, my lord.
1/3/2023, my lord, it was filed.
And this affidavit will cover up other two cases also.
Okay, now, you want to file a rejoinder?
I will file a rejoinder, my
How
lord.
much time do you want?
A week time, my lord.
Okay. Mr. R.M. Dekal and counsel for the decision submits that he has received a copy of the affidavit in opposition filed by the respondent number 3 in WPC number
675.
675 of 2023 and therefore be granted 10 days time to obtain instruction and file rejoinder. Mr. B.P. Boral, understanding counsel, Health Department, Assam is present and does not have any objection with the prayer is allowed. In view of the above, let this writ petition be listed again after 2 weeks. In the meantime, rejoinder affidavit, if any, be brought on record.
My lord, in the meantime, my lord, can they produce the bylaw or guideline under which this?
We'll go by what is on record. If it is not there, not produced, it is not there.
I oblige.
Item 46.
Please, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, as per last order, government council was to bring instructions regarding the current status of the petitioner's candidature, Your Lordship, whether it has been rejected or not.
Your Lordship, I have received the instructions. As basically the petitioner, she appeared before before the selection committee for selection at post of Anganwadi worker. Now basically the problem is
Ready for disposal?
not disposal because some time will be granted because we have conducted an inquiry. The petitioner could not answer to any,
You want to file affidavit?
not affidavit, because
Oh,
in
then will, Mr. Bora, don't
some time will be
speak
granted.
as if you are in a
Some
gossip in a
some
sitting
time-
room of a house.
Some time. will be
Time
granted
for what?
for the inquiry to conclude, Your Lordship.
Inquiry against whom?
Inquiry in terms of her candidature, whether she is fit to be appointed, because she is not
Lordship,
medically fit, Your
As
Lordship.
per reliable sources, the petitioner came to know that her candidature was rejected only on the ground that a complaint was made against her, that she's physically
no.
not fit, Your Lordship. And with regard to that, we have already submitted a annexures, Your Lordship. 2 medical certificates we have given.
So we are
But then
verifying,
who has filed the affidavit?
Lordship.
we are verifying those medical certificates.
Aggrieved by non-consideration of her case for appointment, non-consideration of her candidature for appointment in the post of Anganwadi worker. The petitioner is before this court by filing this writ petition. Mr. Your name, please?
HR does.
HR Das, learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the petitioner's candidature was rejected on the ground of on the
Complaint.
ground of being medically unfit, which is not based on proper proper consideration of her physical status. First up, Mr. D. Bora, learned government advocate Assam, on the other hand, submits that some enquiry has been instituted so as to ascertain the medical fitness of the petitioner, and therefore 4 weeks time be granted to obtain instruction and file affidavit. In view of the prayer made by Mr. Bora, this matter stands adjourned for 6 weeks so as to enable him to obtain instruction and file affidavit. Yes.
Obliged.
19 matter item 26.
What is this? Huh? None appears for the petitioner on second call. This matter stands adjourned for 2 weeks.
Item 19. Item 19.
Yes, Mr. Datta, he's appeared belatedly and then he's disputing.
Much to the discomfort of my learned friend,
Huh.
I want to say that the submission made is not correct at all. Your lordship may kindly see this, the removal order.
No, you please show it to him.
My lord.
Mr.
Yes,
Sen,
I just told
you prefer appeal, you prefer another writ petition.
My lord.
I'm not going to change that order. I only mark you present.
Lordship.
Yes, only mark him present. Yes.
My lord,
Only thing,
my
my
lord,
lord,
let me take instruction, my lord. He said that he is working. My
my
lord,
lord,
now,
I had
now,
an interaction of the director right now, my lord.
your
And
lordship,
see,
your lordship may pass the order, my lord, after 1 week, my lord, let me take instruction, my lord. As to whether, my lord, he is in.
After 1 week, first to enable him to obtain instruction.
Yes, sir.
On the request of, let him take
all right, my
instruction.
lord. The
Mr.
only
BK
thing,
Sen,
some correction, my lord, I have seen from this report
Hmm.
that it was not a financially regulators, but some other, my lord, he
Alright, so
was.
that order gone, fresh order, heard Mr.
My-
BK Sen, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. S. Datta, learned senior counsel appearing for respond numbers 2 to 4, who submits that during the pendency of this writ petition by order dated 6/1/2023, the petitioner has been removed from service and therefore this writ petition has become infructuous. Full stop. Mr. Sen prays for and is granted a week's time to obtain instruction. Let this writ petition be listed again after 1 week as a fixed item.
I am obliged, but this order may be retained in the file.
The order dated 6/1/2023 be retained in the record of this case.
Well, let us have a copy. I am obliged, my lord.
Yes, next
Well,
matter.
that's item 48.
Lordship, I was directed to take fresh steps, Lordship. I have taken an office note dated 8/2/23, Lordship. It shows that service process server has taken service on respond number 1 and 2, which is there in the record as flag B. Thereafter, AD card in respect of respond number 3 has returned. And respond number 3 has also issued a letter to the registry, Lordship, which is dated 23/12/22. That is also in the record. He says that salary can be released only when it is sanctioned from the government, Lordship. He received sanction letter and budget from the government.
The deputy commissioner is represented by the government advocate. Respond number 3 is the deputy commissioner.
Lordship,
Which matter? You are in item?
48, 48. 48, Lordship.
No, I have not understood. Where is the question of service? They are all represented by the government advocate.
Contempt is good. Respond to be joint director.
Respond number 3 is?
Joint director.
No. Respond number 3 is deputy commissioner Karimganj. What is the case number? Your writ petition number?
Contempt petition number 448.
Contempt case 448. Which is the order which has not been complied with?
Page 11. 2/3/22. Para 30, page 13, para 5.
No, nobody is appearing in this case. So what about the service?
Lordship may kindly see office note dated 8/2/23.
So we'll make person order for personal appearance of the Director of Health Services. Huh? Let him come personally. He has not appeared. Take down hard, Mr.
GJ Sharma.
Vijay Sharma, learned counsel appearing for the petitioner. None has appeared for the respondents. This contempt case has been filed alleging willful disobedience of the order dated 2/3/2023 passed by the learned single judge in WPC number 1423/2022. It appears that from the office note dated 8/2/2023, it appears that service of notice in this case has been is complete on the respond numbers 1 and 2. Despite this same, none has appeared for the respond numbers 1 and 2. First up, this being a contempt case, it is not understood as to why the respondent numbers 1 and 2 did not care to appear in this matter, either personally or by engaging a counsel to answer the contempt charges brought against them. Under the circumstances, this court is left with no option but to direct personal appearance of the respondent.
May I
number 1
submit,
and 2.
Lordship? Only excuse, Lordship. Their name is not appearing in the court list, Lordship. In the respondent side, Lordship.
Who has appeared?
Lordship, definitely health department will appear, Lordship. I can inform right now also, Lordship.
No, then find out, nobody has entered appearance, there is no
Lordship,
Wakalat number.
In my list also, I have checked, Lordship. It is not shown in the list, Lordship. It is because of name of the respondent is not showing in the court.
Yeah, but has anyone appeared?
Lordship, I will inform the council.
No,
of
then
health
you ask them to come and tell them, tell us.
Lordship,
who-
Lordship, I am informed.
Just keep it on hold. Who has appeared?
Big over will appear, Lordship.
Ask him.
Item 49.
Yes.
Awaiting instructions, Lordship. We have not received the instructions. We pray for some more time.
As per his statement, he has not completed the age of 30 years as per advertisement. So,
Name was not selected.
30 বছর হন আপনার কিন্তু
Can you file an affidavit?
Lordship, I am working from since a long period.
Let them file the affidavit.
But
Heard Ms. M.
at
Burman,
that
learned
time,
counsel
I
for the
have,
petitioner.
the age limit
Also
was
heard
25
Mr.
years,
S.
my lord.
Dutta, learned standing
And
counsel.
since long periods for 4 years, 6 months, I have working. That is according to concern authority, according to permission of
What
concern
will
authority.
he submits that he has received instruction according to which the petitioner was
Now I have
underage.
taken step, my lord, according to order of honorable. court.
Therefore, he be granted 4 weeks time to file
I have
affidavit.
taken step.
Similar is the stand of Mr. S. S. Roy, learned government advocate assistant, appearing on behalf of the respondent numbers.
I'm 1, 2 and 3 I'm appearing. 4, 5, 6.
Respondent numbers 4 and 5. On the request of learned department council, this matter is adjourned for 4 weeks so as to enable them to file affidavit.
Okay.
Let them file affidavit, then we'll decide. Let them file affidavit.
May I please pray one little correction, my lord. In the main petition, respondent number 5. Here is Poop Nalbari, instead of Pasim Nalbari, my lord.
Let it be there, we'll see. Now you have to, you cannot correct by hand. Then you file a petition for correction. Otherwise you wait, we'll see. By hand correction is not permissible.
Okay,
Yes.
sir. Okay, my lord. And.
Yes, next matter, next matter.
For hearing.
May I please, Lordship? My lord, this is the matter of 2008, my lord. I am for respondent number 5. My lord, I have been working since.
You are for respondent number 5.
Yes,
Who is for the petitioner?
sorry, I have petition number 5. My lord, I am for petition number 5.
Petitioner number 5 means
Five is, my lord, this is,
petition to court.
yes, five is.
WPC to court.
4431. Yes. In this case, my lord, I am for Sri Kanta Prasad Rai. Sri Kanta Prasad Rai. So, my lord, I was appointed as MR worker.
No, but who is a, how can there be in one petition separate counsel for each petitioner? Who has filed this petition?
That petition was filed by another lawyer, but since long he did not take steps, so I was engaged thereafter, my lord.
No, but how can we engage for one of the petitioners? Who is representing the other petitioner?
That, my lord, that advocate has given NOC and thereafter I have been.
Mr.
appointed.
Mahmood, please
I
understand the
understand that.
question.
But others lawyers are not here, my lord.
Then I'll dismiss the petition against others.
That is up to your lordship, but.
Then in that case, your petition will also be dismissed. There is no, CPC does not permit so.
Every person has individual claim, my lord. Because I have been paid only few months salary, even after regularization. I have retired in 2018, no DPR, no pension, nothing is paid. So we are entitled to that. So, my lord, this person is extremely old, he has retired in 2018. And as his case was not followed properly, so, my lord, he has come. Now, my submission will be that my case may be segregated, that
Petitioner is serving as what?
he was appointed as MR worker on 1/3/1992. Then, my lord, as per cabinet decision, he was regularly appointed on 6/10/2005. 6/10/2005.
No, Mr. Mahmood, you first have to argue us how, address the court on this. How out of 5 petitioners, the court can only take up the case of 1 petitioner and leave out the 4 petitioners. This is a problem created by your clients. We can't help it. You address the court on that first. This is a composite petition.
I understand that.
You
The
first
thing is,
address
Lordship,
the
can you see the orders? No attempt was made to bring the case record. But okay, no mention was
How
made.
can you argue the case only we have 1 petitioner and not the other 4? Which is the law provision which permits that? You address the court on that. Why don't you get a wakalatnama from others?
Others, if they come only, then only I will approve.
And then you have to withdraw with liberty to file. It is not permissible. There is a provision in the CPC. This type of things are not permissible. How can I ignore their
I
case?
also asked certain co-lawyers that they also said that we will be there, but I do not know why they are not here.
What about the other lawyers,
Others,
other cases? Are you there in item 51? Item 51, 52, 53, who is appearing?
The names are 51, my lord. Here it names are lawyer is there. MSQ Datta, Mr. A. J. Hazarika, B. Gogoi, H. Rock, then 52 G. K. Das.
Yeah, what is your instruction, Mr. Nayak?
Lordship, we have already filed our affidavit, Lordship. In this case, Lordship, what happened? Government of Assam, Lordship, its cabinet given approval to a list sent by the irrigation department. Lordship, that list was sent to the executive engineer. He sends that list of his own lordship and included the names of these writ petitioners, Lordship.
Included?
Yes. Subsequently, Lordship, inquiry was conducted by the deputy commissioner. Thereafter, their regulations were cancelled and the concerned executive actions were also taken against the concerned executive engineer. That is my affidavit.
What was the action taken?
Departmental proceedings was initiated against it.
And any penalty imposed on him?
That what was the result, Lordship, I am not aware.
Yes, but the problem is, he is a appointee, they are appointees before 1993.
Yes.
So under the cabinet scheme, are they not entitled? They automatically come into the same
Lordship,
category.
in 2005, Lordship, persons appointed prior to 1993, March 1993 were regular. But for some reasons, some persons remain No, they were left out, Lordship.
So that, what is the
Subsequently,
reason?
Lordship, this issue was considered by our High Court in Division Bench, Lordship, WA 45 of 2014.
Hmm.
There it was held that for whatever reason, if your service could not be regularized at that point of time, Lordship, it is not possible to direct right now. But they were given the benefit of minimum of pay scale, Lordship.
So why don't you give it here also?
Lordship, probably they have been given, Lordship.
And what about pension, etc.?
Pension, they are not going to have, Lordship. Because without regularization, pension is not.
Where is the division bench judgment?
It's WA 45 of 2014.
Have you seen the division bench judgment?
Division bench judgment, my lord, there is also.
Have you seen it?
Yes, I have seen, and that is allowed in some cases. It is allowed. I have also got the judgment. If my line of it is on that a date may fix for argument as early as possible.
No, it is covered under the division judgment.
No.
Your case?
And our division bench has also paid salary.
Lordship, I am just praying
Who
one
completed
paragraph.
20 years of service, my lord. That order is also there. Supreme Court order is also there. If they have completed the service of 20 years, qualified service, then entitled for pension and other benefits. And if they are not regularized, they should be regularized even after retirement. These types of order is also of our High Court. So I will show that. I was thinking
Mr. Mahmood, please, you say whatever you want. First, answer the question of the court. Is your case covered under the division bench judgment? Yes or no?
no, it
No.
is not covered.
Why is it not covered?
Because I was regularized as per the cabinet decision by the authority in the year 2005 itself.
Hmm.
Now they are coming with a new thing. How it can be possible? We are in 2023. In 2005, kindly see page 19. Page 19, after cabinet decision, our services were regularized and I have been given posting also.
So other matters, nobody is appearing. Then we'll have to appoint an amicus curiae for the other petitioners. Heard Mr. M.U. Mahmood, Learned Counsel, appearing for the petitioner number 5 in WPC number 4431 of 2008. First of Mr. P. Nayak, Learned Standing Counsel, Finance Department, Assam, Mr. N. Upadhyay, Learned Standing Counsel, Irrigation Department, Assam, and Ms. M.D. Bora, Learned Government Advocate, Learned Standing Counsel, Transport Department, Assam, are present on behalf of the official respondents. Mr. Nayak submits that the case of the writ petitioners is covered by the decision of the division bench rendered in the case of
State of Assam versus Upendas, Lordship. It's
State of Assam versus Upen Das.
2017 4 GLT 493.
Reducing order, there are other orders also there.
So a citation to Lisi level.
2017 4 GLT 493.
Full stop. However, Mr. Mahmood, who has contested the said position, is appearing only on behalf of the petitioner number 5 in WPC number 4431 of 2008, and the other petitioners, including those in the bunch of writ petitions, have gone unrepresented. Full stop. Since these matters are very old and the relief claimed for is also one that calls for expeditious disposal, I am of the view that for the ends of justice, an amicus curiae should be engaged by the court to represent all the petitioners in this batch of writ petitions. Full stop. The registry to therefore engage an amicus curiae to represent the petitioners in this batch of writ petitions, save and accept the petitioner number 5 in WPC number 4431 of 2008. Full stop. The case papers be furnished to the newly engaged amicus curiae. Full stop. Amicus curiae from the panel prepared by this court. Case papers be furnished to the so and so. Let this matter be listed again after 6 weeks by reflecting the name of the learned amicus curiae in the cause list. In the meantime, parties to examine as to whether the case of the petitioners is covered under the decision of Upen Das Supra, and if not, the reason thereof. Let them come.
May I expect after 6 weeks, but may a date be fixed, may be fixed.
On the request of Mr. Mahmood, let this matter be listed again on 8th of May, 2023.
Highly obliged.
Item 48.
Yes, what is this matter? The director is not appearing at this point.
Lordship, names have been missed out. Lordship, the main grievance is 1 month salary, my lords. He's getting his current salary. My lordship may grant us 1 week's time. Lordship, we just missed it because our names are not
Mr.
shown.
G. J. Sharma, learned counsel for the petitioner is present.
Like
Since the respondent's counsel's name has not been shown in the cause list, let this contempt petition be listed again after 10 days
Lordship.
by reflecting the name of Mr. H. Alia, learned counsel for the respondents in the cause list. So as to, cause list, full stop. You obtain instruction for
Lordship,
closure. Yes. Anybody ready for part 2 hearing?